Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger. That's a lot. Y'all, it's time for the Thursday banger. That's a lot. I got me. I know I keep a banger. That's a lot. Y'all already know they count, man. But like I always tell y'all before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content. I have no problem warning y'all about the dangers that are lies in prison. I have no problem letting y'all know what's going on the inside. Pause. I have no problem making sure y'all got stuff to watch while y'all at work, driving trucks, whatever. I have no problem doing that for y'all, man. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just stay out the way, man. That's it. That's all I ask. I don't ask for a lot. I just don't want you to go to jail. I don't want you to leave your family. I don't want you to go through the realities of sitting in a jail cell, trying to talk to a lawyer, trying to make phone calls, and now you need commissary. I don't want y'all to go through those things, man. Everything changes up when you get locked up. Your sleeping habits, your eating habits, every damn thing changes up, man. You must stay out the way, man. For you don't have to go through these situations, man. Just live the great life out here, being regular, man. And regular means not breaking the law. Regular means being an outstanding citizen, man. Regular means living your life without having to look over your shoulder. That's all I want y'all to do, man. So just stay out the way from me, y'all. That's it, man. Period. But it's a Thursday banger, like I just said, man. So you already know what I need y'all to do with this one. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's jump. Let's get it. 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 Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called Beefing Over the Package. Yeah, man. Crazy situation, man. Crazy situation. I ain't gonna lie, crazy situation. But y'all already know from my stories. If you watch my stories and you follow me, you already know how it is in there, man. I'm breaking it down how it is inside these crazy places that I don't want y'all to go, man. Everybody in there feels entitled. Even me at times, I feel like I was entitled to certain things that didn't belong to me. Like, that's just how I go in there, man. Like, dudes have nothing else, man, to do inside prison except put their energy on other people's things or their things and love it and go crazy over it, kill over it. That's just how I go in there. There's nothing else for them in there to do. There's nothing else in there for them to do in there, man. So dudes always feel entitled to other people things, all type of stuff in there, man. With those things all in one bunch, it can equal violence. It can get crazy in there. Things can go down, man. Dudes can get into it, man. I've seen it a lot of times, man. And with that being said, that brings me to the story that I have for y'all today. And we are on Sussex 2 for this one, y'all. We on Sussex 2 on this one, man. We are on Sussex 2, man. And I can remember being in 4 building for this story, y'all. 4D pod, man. So much went on in that 4 building, it was nuts. But I can remember being in 4 building, man. And I'm just in there minding my business. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. At this particular time right here, I really didn't have no motion. You know what I mean? This is kind of like right before I would end up going to the hole again. And I went to 4C after I got out the hole that time. But this time I'm in 4D. Like, at this particular moment, I really didn't have any motion. Like, I seen dudes around me have motion. I knew dudes that had rollers. I had a couple people that was striking, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I had no motion of my own, you know what I mean, at this time, man. I'm basically in recovery mode. I'm basically just trying to wait my turn to see if something comes my way. And basically just being patient. Sometime in there, like, you can't really rush things, you know what I mean? And I told y'all, like, I was kind of like a magnet for routes, you know what I mean? Like stuff would just come. Like, people would be like, yo, I need this done. I need that done. I need you to do this. You can get in. If you do this, you can do this. And you just used to come to me, you know what I mean? Like, so I would be patient and just wait, you know what I mean? I wouldn't really be trying to rush it as bad as I would want to try to get a couple dollars, or as bad as I want to get some marijuana, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't rush it, y'all, you know what I mean? So I just played my position and wait my turn. So the whole time that I'm at 4D, this is around the time when I kind of like started working out for a little bit, you know what I mean? And I think I started working out probably for about a month or two. I ain't even gonna lie, that was a wrap. that was a wrap. But at this time, you know what I mean? I came out the hole super little. You know what I mean? I lost weight when I got out the hole. I was back there 3 months. I got out super little. So this time around, like, I was trying to work out. You know what I mean? So I'm working out. A couple of my homeboys, you know what I mean? It used to be another dude, used to be one dude from Norfolk I used to work out with, man. And I used to call him Unc, you know what I mean? He had a name, but I ain't gonna say his name. I'm gonna call him Unc, man, you know what I mean? That's what I used to call him in there. Like, and it was crazy that I was a young dude calling him Unc then, and now I see it from the younger dudes. And it's wild. That's a wild thing right there, man. But I used to call old head Unc. He was cool, you know what I mean? He was older than me. He was probably like 40, 42, something like that. He didn't look old, act old, none of these things. And he was from the town. Off the rip, I kind of like old school style. He was super cool. So like, for the most part, me and him really kind of like, you know what I mean? Like kind of linked real crazy with the working out. Now, Unc used to be, Unc was on, Unc, this is Unc's second bid, matter of fact. It was Unc's second bid. So Unc, I want to say, I think Unc was on St. Bride's. I think he was on St. Bride's. I want to say he was on St. Bride's because this was his second bid. He didn't have a lot of time in his second bid. You know what I mean? I think Unc probably only had like 8 years or something like that. You know what I mean? But he caught the dirty like everybody on St. Bride's. When you catch the dirty, you're on the level 2. They send you to the level 4 Sussex 2. So for that reason, Unc really just, you know what I mean? Unc just kind of like, he won't like a violent dude. Like you could tell that Unc won't on no BS. You know what I mean? Unc ain't play no BS. He won't let nobody carrying him. You know what I mean? Like he was serious when it was time to be serious. And he demanded this respect when it was time for people to really respect him. And I can remember one time I seen Unc get into it, man. I seen him get into it with some dudes on the court. And it almost went down. It was a political thing. He got into it with a dude from Newport News. They got to arguing, you know what I mean? This dude knew that dude from Norfolk. Norfolk dude knew that dude from Newport News. It got squashed out. But for the most part, I seen Unc was ready. Unc was ready for action. Unc was about that business. So the whole time me and Unc used to work out, you know, I'm giving him, you know, he been on the compound probably like a year. So, you know, he know how it is slightly now. But, you know, I'm giving him the ins and outs, pause about how it is on the camp as far as when it comes to getting to this bag, you know what I mean? I'm letting them know like, look, this can happen. We just got to do this and do that. So me and him always used to strategize about the package. You know what I mean? That's what me and him used to do. We'll strategize about getting to that bag. That used to be our main thing that me and him would kick it about. So like just through the time, like my first, you know what I mean? Probably like my first 4 or 5 months in 4D, like, cause I think I was in 4D for like a year, you know what I mean? Before I actually got I got moved or went to the hole. I can't remember, but I know I was over there for a minute. And then I ended up going to the hole and I came to 4C later on. But by the time I was in 4D, man, it was kind of a cool pod. It was dudes in there from Norfolk. And a lot of them was from St. Bride's, and a lot of them went home. A lot of them got transferred, you know, because they didn't have a lot of time like I did. So like I seen a lot of dudes come and go, but Unc told them that he wanted to stay on Sussex when he went up for his annual review after he messed up on St. Bride's and went charged for on Sussex. So he told him he wanted to stay on Sussex. And I asked him like, why you trying to stay on Sussex, bro? Like you ain't trying to go to level 3. He was like, man, it's close to Norfolk. He cool up here. He was like, he ain't trying to go to no other spot. He liked this spot. He was like, for real, he want to get some money on this jump. You know what I mean? He was like, he want to go to another jump. So I was like, damn, that was crazy hearing that he wanted to stay on Sussex. But around this time right here, 05, like that, you know, like dudes really didn't want to leave Sussex. It was a sweet spot at this particular moment. You know what I mean? Nobody wanted to leave the compound, period, man. So we in there one day, and I can just remember Unc talking to me like, yo, look, man, like for real, man. He was like, man, I want to make this play. You know what I mean? He was like, but the dude all the way down in one building, you know what I mean? So I'm like, who you talk about? That's in one building, Unc. So he like, yo, it's a dude down there that I was on St. Bride's when he was like, he working the kitchen. You know what I mean? He was like, he working the kitchen. He was like, bro, when he met dude at St. Bride's, he was like, some dudes try to bank him up there. You know what I mean? He was like, some dudes from Virginia Beach try to bank him. And he was like, Unc was like, he saved the dude. You know what I mean? He was like, the dude kind of young. He ain't super young, but he was like in his 20s. You know, he called dudes our age in the 20s kind of young. So he was like, dude kind of young in his 20s. You know what I mean? He was like, he was from Lynchburg. He was like, you know, like getting locked up on St. Bride's. Like, you know, when you come to St. Bride's prison, like that's a Tidewater prison. Just like how Deep Meadows and the State Farm probably is like a Richmond prison because they both by those cities. So St. Bride's is next to Tidewater, you know what I mean? So basically, only people that be on that camp is dudes from Tidewater. Now, I'm not saying dudes from Richmond are not there or dudes from other counties are not there, but for the most part, it's a Tidewater jail, you know what I mean? Prison. So with dude being from Lynchburg, he probably would be outnumbered because if you get into it with anybody from a city, it's going to be numbers. You know what I mean? It don't matter if it's Norfolk, Portsmouth, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Newport News, Hampton. Regardless, you're going to be outnumbered. You know what I mean? So he said he saved the dude, you know what I mean, from, you know, getting into it with some guys from the beach. You know what I mean? Got some dudes up off him, you know what I mean? On some ladies trying to bank him. He said he ended up making it one-on-one. He said, dude, rumble. But he was like the dude in one building working the kitchen, you know what I mean? And he was like, dude, done bagged the lady in there. You know what I mean? So he's telling me about this. He said something. I seen him talking to the little dude before, you know what I mean? Kind of light-skinned dude. You know what I mean? I used to see him talking to the dude sometime when the dude used to get off work and be going back to his building when we got that side of the yard over there by one building and two building. I have seen him talk to this guy when we working out. He'll go to the fence and holler at him real quick. And he said a couple things, but this time he's getting in depth about it, and he's letting me know that like, look, like this the play, but like he kind of far, like I know him, but like I don't want to really like put nothing in his hand and it go wrong and he way down there, and that was respectable to hear from you know what I mean? Like because like I'm saying in my head, like I definitely don't know dude, so I can't contribute nothing if I don't know him, you know what I mean? So he kept it like that, but he always let me know that that was the play. That dude in one building, you know what I mean, that used to be on St. Bride's with him, you know what I mean, that he got the lady in the kitchen. Now, when it comes to people in the kitchen, you know what I mean? Like I told y'all, like, I think I got one story when I worked in the kitchen for like 3 weeks, you know what I mean? But I know when I worked in there, it was like 2 ladies that come from the street that work in the kitchen, you know what I mean? They would wear like the little white jackets, you know what I mean? Their IDs, you could tell that they from the street, you know what I mean? Because they don't have a CO uniform on for one. But they will be the ones that run the kitchen, you know what I mean? So it'll be women, like they'll switch them up. Sometimes it might be 2 different women, you know what I mean? Regardless, but at the end of the day, they're women. So dudes in the kitchen will make that a big thing. They trying to bag. They trying to get in because they already know that's a good position. You know what I mean? So some dudes will get it. Some dudes won't get it. At the end of the day, the light-skinned dude, and I still didn't even know his name yet, he ended up getting the lady. You know what I mean? So this is what I've been hearing the whole time about this man got the lady, man. So Unc was excited about that information because I felt like Unc was probably finally about to shoot his shot, but I think he wanted me to come in as a partner with him. He just used to kind of like, you know what I mean, just brush around the topic when he talk about it, but I kind of felt like that's what he was going at, man. But if he was coming with that, I won't trip it, man, because at the end of the day, it was time to get a package. It's been too long for me, y'all. So boom, I'll say probably about a week or 2 go by, you know what I mean? A week or 2 go by. I see Unc standing at the gate talking to some dude. We went out there and worked out, you know what I mean? He talking to a dude. It wasn't the light-skinned dude. He's talking to a dude, you know what I mean? So Unc come back when we was over there by the pull-up bar. He walk over there to me. He like, look. He was like, yo, nephew. He was like, man, why goddamn my home dog? You know, he a little older. He's talking about home dog. Why my home dog got locked up? I'm like, who your home dog? He was like, you know, dude, I was telling you about work in the kitchen. He was like, yeah, man, the dude I was telling you about the work in the kitchen, man. He was like, man, his name Jigs, man. I was like, oh, okay. You talking the light skin dude? He like, yeah. I was like, you never told me his name. What did you talk about? He was like, well, yeah, his name Jigs, man. He was like, man, Jigs done went to the damn hole. I was like, he went to the hole for what? I was like, you talking the dude that got the roller in the kitchen? He was like, yeah. I was like, what did he go to the hole for? He was like, man, he said, goddamn, somebody goddamn, it's supposed to be on an investigation or something. He ain't really, they said they ain't catch him with nothing or whatever the case is, you know what I mean? But he was supposed to be on an investigation. I was like, was he getting money down there? He's like, I think he was getting a couple dollars. He got the lady. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. He was like, man, he was mad because he was like, he was just about to look out for me. You know what I mean? He was about to just look out for me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean? We left it alone. We went on and finished working out. You know what I mean? We ended up going back to the building. We go back to the building. Goddamn, while we walking back to the building, the whole 3 building is on our way back from where we coming back from on the yard. We coming down the side on the back way. So the building is right there. So when we get to the side 3 building, they got, you know, that whoever's on that part of the tier on, I think I want to say it's A and C part. A and C part on both tiers. So it'll be like a set of 12 windows. Another set of 12 windows will be the top tier on A part. Then C part, they have the same thing. So it's windows, like it's a bunch of windows from the bottom all the way to the top. So when you walking back, sometimes niggas will be in the window. You can't really hear them. You gotta do sign language. Some niggas put holes in their windows. Sometimes you can hear them. Sometimes niggas scream loud enough for you can hear them. But when we coming back, I heard the dude yelling. He like, yo. He called Unc name. You know what I mean? He called Unc name. Unc turned around. He like, yo, this nigga way up there. He like, yo. He was like, yo. They said I'm getting out next week. I'm coming to your building. I'm coming to your building. He was like, you coming to 4 building? He was like, man, I hope you coming to our pod. I hope you coming to our pod. I'm gonna see we got some sales open. So I hear that as we walking back. We get back in the silent port. We going up the steps. I'm like, yeah, they gonna bring Jigs in here. He was like, they bring Jigs in here. We straight Weezy. He was like, we straight Weezy. I'm telling you, he bring Jigs in here. I'm like, yo, bro, listen. I was like, man, they bring him in here, man. I was like, how we gonna be straight? I was like, he got his job back. You know, I'm already thinking, I'm ahead of the game. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? I'm ahead of the game. He gonna get his job back. He's like, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? He was like, but if he get in the building or get up here, we straight. You know what I mean? That's all it is. So boom. Everybody rushing, taking showers. We locked down for count after count. Goddamn, I ain't even noticed that cell 11 was it was one dude in that cell. I didn't even pay it no mind. It was a white dude that slept in there, and he was really quiet, so I never even knew where his cell he went at or whatever. But cell 11 was open, and Unc told me that cell 32 was open. You know what I mean? So it was two junks open, two beds open. You know what I mean? So he was really hoping dude come up here. More than likely, he probably was. That's just how I go. They put you where your space at. So we go to lunch. We come back from lunch. As lunch about to be over with, we almost on standby for 2 o'clock rec. While we waiting for standby for 2 o'clock rec, we hear, I look, goddamn, you see the police walking in. You got two dudes with them, you know what I mean? They come in, you know what I mean? I look, I spot the light-skinned dude off the rip. Unc got his back turned. Unc can't see him, but I'm like standing where I'm standing at. I'm not by Unc, but I'm talking to my other homeboy, but Unc got his back turned. So when Unc heard the police noise, I seen him look, but he didn't see who was coming in. I look back again. Unc happy as a bitch. I'm like, damn right. Damn right. What's up? God, he went down the mall. He's like, what cell you going to? He's like, cell 11. He's like, damn right. He grabbed his other box. Unc helped me walk his shit to the jump. You know what I mean? Unc took his jump to the cell, took his box to the cell. They in there kicking it. The light-skinned dude stood in there, made his bed up. You know what I mean? Came out. He started looking around. I'm standing right there. Unc was like, yo, Weezy, hey, Weezy, come here, Weezy. I'm like, what's up? He like, come here. I walked over by son. I'm like, what's up? He said, hey, look, man, this is my homeboy Jigs right here. This is what I'm telling you about. He was like, yo, what's up, man? I was like, what's up, bro? What's good? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, yo, how it is over here? I was like, it's sweet, bro. I was like, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, man, one building, man. There's too many old haters over there. Them old dudes be hating. You know what I mean? I'm like, for real. I'm like, how the hell you go to the hole? He was like, man, shit, they came blitz my cell, put me on an investigation, trying to say that I'm messing with the lady in the kitchen and that. I said, how they get to that though, bro? Like, how they get to, you know what I mean? Like, you messing with the lady in the kitchen. I said, well, somebody dropped a dime on you? He was like, nah, I don't really think somebody dropped a dime on me. He was like, but he looked at Unc. He was like, Unc, I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? He was like, it's a dude over there. He said, he from Norfolk. You know what I mean? He said, he an older dude. You know what I mean? He said, he a little older dude. You know what I mean? He was like, he used to work in the kitchen, you know what I mean? So he said he don't work in the kitchen no more. So he said while he was in there, he kind of helped him bag the lady. Not really helped him, but the lady used to rock with him. But the lady ended up like, he hooked him up with the lady, basically, kind of like how he was putting it, you know what I mean? So he was like, it's a dude over there. He's talking about the old head dude. He was like, it's a dude over there. And you know what I mean? He helped him with this, helped him with that. So he was like, goddamn, he used to like, you know what I mean? Sometimes when the pack come, he'll get it. Dude to go pick it up sometime from the kitchen. They had it set up that the lady would drop it off to another dude and it looked like it's coming out the building while he at work, like the sack would be going to his building while he's still at work. So he used to use the old head to facilitate that. So him and the old head basically was getting money together. That's how he was putting it. So I'm still not thinking no psycho shit, you know what I mean? But he's telling me this information and we all standing there listening. You know what I mean? Just me and Unc, we standing there listening, you know what I mean? He like, yeah, so you like, the dude, he was like the dude from Norfolk, you know what I mean? I'm like, who you talking about, man? From Norfolk, man? Like, who you talking about? And I ain't gonna say his name either, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say his name either, man, because he was a psycho. I ain't gonna lie, he was a psycho, man. But we just gonna call this dude Worm. We gonna call this dude Worm, man. But he like, yeah, the dude Worm, you know what I mean? He was like, goddamn, I'm telling him to do this, you know what I mean? I'm telling him to do this. He was like, I'm getting him to goddamn holler at the junk to get the pack, you know what I mean? While I'm still at work. He was like, this dumbass nigga give it to another nigga and fumbled. The other nigga fumbled. He was like, when the nigga fumbled, he said, goddamn, the people seen the CO, the lady that be holding the gun in the child hall, seen the dude from the tray slot hand the nigga this shit, you know what I mean? He was like, this time around, it won't up with some oils, you know what I mean? Some little dumb shit, you know what I mean? He was like, it won't the pack, you know what I mean? He was like, but it was some shit that is supposed to be in here. So he said, when the nigga fumbled this shit, the nigga that got tore off with this shit told on the kitchen worker, but the lady already seen the kitchen worker. You know what I mean? So when the kitchen worker got tore off, they trying to figure out, did it come from the kitchen since the kitchen passing it out? Long story short, goddamn, they start watching the camera. People, they start talking to them little secret snitches that they got in there. Next thing you know, they scooping bro up for investigation. You know what I mean? So he went through his little trial. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He said he sat back there couple days, they didn't have nothing on them. You know what I mean? That's how it be sometimes. You'll go back there for a couple days or maybe a couple weeks or a couple months, goddammit. But he sat back there a couple days and they just got him out of one building and fired him from the kitchen. So as he telling me this, that was the first thing I heard. They fired from the kitchen, like, yeah, they got rid of us, da-da-da-da. I'm like, damn. So Unc was like, well, look, can you still make the play? Because look, goddamn, me and my homeboy ready. Like, what we got to do? He was like, yeah, I still can make the play. He was like, what, goddamn? He was like, but look, with this shit being hot, like, I don't think she gonna bring weed, you know what I mean? He was like, but goddamn, some dope, some crack, some powder, you know what I mean? He was like, that shit can come through. So we like, all right, that's a bet. So now I didn't have no connect on dope, powder, or crack at this time. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have nobody on the street I could call and get that from. Unc had people he could call and get that from. So Unc needed to use my three-way. So boom, we get on the phone. You know what I mean? We get on the phone. I put Unc on three-way. Unc ran that shit down. Unc was like, the only thing I need for you, Weezy, is 200 just so I can get my man. I'm like, bet. He was like, my man gonna give us goddamn probably about 8 grams of D-block. You know what I mean? He was like, I'm trying to get some of that raw. I'm like, all right, let's do it then. I got 200, boom, boom. We put the play together. The play run smooth. The nigga Jigs goddamn still had a connect where he could still get the lady. He was still, man, this man was sending the lady letters. He don't write this back in writing letter time. He writing the lady letters. Cell phones going out like that then. This around this time. Dudes probably had 1 or 2 at the most, but there weren't no cell phones that I can remember around this time. But Jigs is writing letters to the lady. And he got another kitchen worker dude that he messed with, and that's when he getting the letters to. That's how she getting the letters. So he put the play together. I didn't think it was gonna happen. But when Unc came back and told me that his people's goddamn went back to people's, like I was happy about that. I ain't gonna lie, I was happy about that. So I hollered at Unc. I'm like, yo, Unc, what do he want for this? Like, what we gotta give him? I was like, I said, we got 8 grams. You know what I mean? He's like, my man might throw me 10, you know what I mean? Just on the script. But he was like, all he wants is 2. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's a bet. I was like, he do dope. He was like, nah, he don't even do dope. We just gonna sell it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, that's a bet, y'all. So boom. Goddamn, we wait about 3-4 days. You know what I mean? Goddamn, we see Jigs, goddamn, move around, make a play. You know what I mean? He goddamn hollering at the lady. Goddamn, the whole time he's been down there. You know what I mean? The whole time he's been in our building. We haven't had the yard where we down by one building yet. But every time we go to Child, I can see this dude kind of like trying to linger from one building, keep trying to talk to him, you know what I mean? When I look at the dude one time, I see he was kind of like a bald head dude, you know what I mean? They said he was from Norfolk, but I didn't know this guy, you know what I mean? Now, he probably been locked up forever, because that's what it looked like. He been locked up forever. But the word I had got on him later on is that he was at Red Onion, you know what I mean? And he did a lot of years when they opened Red Onion up. He'd been at Red Onion for eternity, for 8, 6, 7 years. And now he worked his way from there, and they sent him to a level 4, which is Sussex 2. So I don't know where he was locked up at before that, you know what I mean? But all I know is, like, when I seen Old Head, like, Old Head kind of gave me like a hater vibe, you know, and I just caught that like on a passing, you know what I mean? But that's the kind of vibe that I got from him. But I didn't see no tension coming from him in the beginning, you know what I mean? We get the package now, boom. The package come, goddamn. Jigs coming there, holler at Unc. Unc told me come in the room. We shooting Jigs sale. He in cell 11, perfect sale, all the way in the cut. We go in there. Jigs goddamn pull out this paper and had tape on it. Took that joint off. Boom. A solid rock. A D-block fell on the table. You know what I mean? That junk was a rock. Goddamn, and they would look at it like, oh my God. And it was brown. It looked like a cannonball. So Unc like, yeah, damn right. So Unc goddamn put the joint in some plastic. Then he got like a book. And he just pressed it down. Keep pressing it. And he took the joint, took the book off, and he took the plastic on. That joint was powdery substance, majority of it. And some of it stayed rock. You had to get surgical with some of the rock. But for the majority of the part, it broke down the powdery substance. So he broke it down. He looked out for Jigs. He threw me. Then he kept his. You know what I mean? Everybody was straight. Immediately, I hollered at my man in 2 building. Yo, hey, I got it dope. What's up? I'm letting it fly. That junk going. You hear me? I'm selling that stuff. That junk going. Making money, you know what I mean? This back Western Union days, like, yo, make the play, boom, boom. White dude hollering at me, black dude hollering at me, getting a little commissary. I'm up. It ain't no weed, but still, it's money, you know what I mean? So everything going smooth. We go outside rap. I'm about to holler at a couple of other dudes. We out there, you know what I mean? Trying to holler at a couple of other dudes on the yard. Yo, what's good? Yeah, Weezy, what's up? Yeah, bro, here. That's the information, bro. That's how you had to do it back then. I had a little piece of paper with your people's info. Western Union game, that's how you do it. Goddamn, give me the info. All right, look, catch me dinner. Bet. I'm out there handling business. Goddamn, I look up. I see Jigs talking to this dude. We on yard 2. You know what I mean? You know, we in 4 buildings, so we on the yard right next to our building. We on yard 2. They got the pull-up bar, the little baby track, and the little push-up joints. We on that yard. Goddamn, on the front fence, we can see the big yard, the basketball courts. On the left side of the fence, that's the gym, and that's where people go at to go to school, kind of like they walk down that area. But From that gate, you will see dudes at that gate talking to dudes that's either at gym or going to medical. You can be at that gate right there. So dudes will be right there talking. So I see Jigs talking to a dude. You know what I mean? Jigs at the door, at the gate talking to the bald head dude. You know what I mean? So the bald head dude, he done heard the word that four building got the dope. And not only that's 4 building had the dope, goddamn Jigs might have his hand in it. So I didn't know goddamn Jigs was at the jump clapping the dude, but Jigs at the gate like, yo, I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you, Worm. I ain't got nothing for you. So he like, damn, how you gonna carry like that? Yeah, he trying to explain the jump. So Jigs listening, you know what I mean? So he like, after about 20 minutes of them talking, you know what I mean? Jigs was like, all right, man, I got you, man, I got you. So I guess Jigs sent him something. So when we go back in the building, Unc pulled up on him like, yo, who that dude is? You know what I mean? He was like, yo, that's the dude from Norfolk. You don't know him? Unc was like, I ain't never seen dude before. I don't know dude. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, that's the dude right there, man. He was like, dude, man. He was like, man, that nigga wild, man. He was like, yeah, he used to help me out. You know what I mean? He was like, let me ask y'all this. I told y'all what he used to do. You know what I mean? I told y'all what he done. You know what I mean? Basically got me over here, got me out the kitchen, basically. You know what I mean? He was like, he used to play fair. Goddamn, I'll look out for him. We basically kind of was like a little team. You know what I mean? He was like, but I ain't feeling how that I go to the hole and I got fired from the kitchen all behind his mistake. You know what I mean? He said, if he would have took the package back, if he would have took that package back that I was sending out, you know what I mean? He said he wouldn't have got caught. He said he gave it to somebody else. They got caught. So he was like, after that, I feel like I don't want to deal with him. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, do you own? He was like, no, I don't own. But he was like, I wouldn't have got the lady if it weren't for him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have never got the lady. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, look, man, we getting money now, man. Like, look, I don't know old school. But like, you know what I mean? Like, we getting money over here. So Jigs was like, man, that's what it is, man. Like, you know, like, long as his ass over in one building, like, I ain't got no problem. Like, he can just stay over there because that man worse than shit. He was like, not only is he worse, he do the dope. You know what I mean? So he was like, at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't mind doing at first what I was doing. He was like, I went to the holes, like, I'm in reset mode now. So Jigs making sense. You know what I mean? Jigs making sense. Like, and dudes on the compound that rock with Jigs. You know what I mean? He was like a cool dude from Lynchburg, a little light-skinned, little cool dude, little fly dude, had the wave game. You know what I mean? Kept himself together. Dudes that rock with him, like, and I could see, you know what I mean, why dudes would be hating on him in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Because he bagged a lady. You know what I mean? So, like, at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like, man, like, yo, like, he said that, I listened, I registered it, and then it was a wrap. Because I'm getting money now, y'all. Like, it's going a little smooth. It's going a little smooth now, y'all. I'm getting a little paper, man. So I'm feeling good about the situation, y'all. So, boom. Say probably about the whole week we murdered him. The whole week we murdered him. It's getting a little low now. You know what I mean? Unc saying we should re-up. You know what I mean? Unc like, look, let's put 200 apiece and try to get 14. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that makes sense. Let's get to 14 this time. Goddamn, So we try to put it together. We go holler at Jigs with the play. Jigs saying everything smooth. Jigs saying he with that. Let's do it. Next thing you know, I gonna get on the phone. I'm on the phone. Goddamn. I'm on the jack and shit right now. Forgot who I was talking to. I'm on the jack and shit, but I got my back turned. Y'all. Goddamn. I just hear niggas say, ew. I look. I'm like, just a quick glance. They slide open. Nobody come in yet. I was like, everybody in the pod looking at that, so I just turned my back. I ain't got nothing going on the phone. Goddamn. You can hear the wheels of the cart when it's coming in your pod. You can hear the wheels. They got these dumbass fake tractor plastic wheels. You can hear them fake Tonka truck wheels coming through. Dude pushing the cart. I look back. I double take. I was like, I look. It's the dude Worm. I'm like, damn. Soon as he come in, it's another older dude from Norfolk. He spot him. He seen me like, oh shit, Word. He went again with a big ass hug. I see him. Goddamn. I look over at Jigs standing on the top tier talking to this other white dude he be talking to. He's standing on the top tier. He watching dude come in. You know what I mean? He come in. Goddamn, dude from Norfolk go dap him up. I look at look at me like, this nigga in the pod? That's why I said that. Oh, I know he read my lips. This nigga in the pod? Was like, I just see Uncle go in the cell. His door was already open. I went in the cell, came back out with his goddamn Converse sneakers on. And I'm looking like, what going on? I walk up, what's up? What's going on? He like, I don't know what's going on. He looked at Jigs still standing on the top tail looking like this. Goddamn, the nigga walk in, looking around. Goddamn. He started looking around hard. He like, Jigs right on top of him. He like, what's up? Jigs like, What's up, Worm? He like, oh, you ain't got no love for me. You ain't got no love for me. Come on, man. Shit. What cell you in? Jigs was like, I sleep in the 11. He like, come here, man. Jigs was like, Jigs came out of stuff. He's like, what's up, man? Dapped him up. So he dapped him up. He gave me a look like, I was like, Lord, it's crazy. Goddamn, old head Worm coming to jump. He talking to him at his cell. He go in there and put his stuff up. He come back out. He in the jump just looking around, you know what I mean? Goddamn, he like, yo, who got the dope? You know what I mean? Jigs told him, I know. He's like, I know you got it, goddamn. So don't be something, goddamn. He like, I already looked out. He was like, man, come on, man, shit. He was like, man, look, goddamn, like, and he didn't have one thing about Worm. Like, I could tell that this was a man that didn't have no problem, like, talking about nothing loud in front of people. Like, and I don't really like those loud type of people. I'm not a loud type of person. Like, I don't like that type of stuff. So, like, he was one of those type of dudes. So he out in the middle of the pod talking to Jigs. Goddamn shit. Like, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even goddamn got in the game. Goddamn shit, play fair. Goddamn Jigs like, man, all right, man. Goddamn Jigs looked out for him. You know what I mean? Jigs looked out for him. Goddamn. So I see the dude Worm, he go talk to the other old head from Norfolk. I guess the other old head from Norfolk told him like, yo, he be fucking with bro and them from Norfolk. You know what I mean? And I fuck with bro and them from Norfolk. So like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know like what you got going on, but you can't come in here and step on them man toes. So I know this is what the conversation is about, but I see him kind of like trying to like, you know what I mean? So I can tell that this is a maniac in the cage right now. Like this, he's just keeping his composure. But I know a maniac when I see one. You know what I mean? This is a maniac, an entitled maniac. Y'all know how it is when niggas get entitled. I know this is an entitled maniac, so I can already know this is about to be nuts. I already know it's about to be a crazy situation, but at the end of the day, we get into this bag, bro. Like, you ain't finna come in here and mess this up. Whatever was going on in one building, that shit is one building. That's how I'm looking at it, y'all. It's our turn now. It's not your turn. It's our turn now, bro. So whatever was going on down there, we ain't got nothing to do with that shit. So boom. Goddamn. He all enjoyed after talking to Unc. I guess Unc gave him the count. You know what I mean? So goddamn, I mean the old head dude gave him the count about me and Unc. He rocking with me and Unc now, you know what I mean? So I see him, I see the attitude in his body language, you know what I mean? He still haven't came and spoke to me or Unc yet, you know what I mean? Which I didn't give a shit because I don't want to talk to this man any damn way. He looked like a psycho predator in the face. That's what he looked like. Goddamn, now that didn't go off. I ain't gonna lie, it didn't go off on him. So I'm wrong for saying that he's a predator, but that's what he looked like. He looked like one of those guys. So I ain't really gonna press. I don't give a damn. He lived across the street from me in Norfolk. I wasn't pressed to talk to this psycho. You know what I mean? So he in the jump. You know what I mean? We about to get the pack again. You know what I mean? So about to get the pack again. We waiting on the jump. So I don't know if he knew about we was about to get the pack again. But at the end of the day, now he's back around hanging with Jigs. Jigs can't really shake him because I feel Jigs. He don't want to just, man, get away from me, man. Like, now that's probably what I would have done. You know what I mean? But Jigs, you know, he cool little dude. He don't really want no problems. He want to get a little money and stay out the way. That's all Jigs wanted to do. He didn't have long left either. So he's looking at it like, okay, I'm going to befriend this man, make sure he get high, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, like I say, I knew this dude was a maniac. So the pack ended up coming through. We end up getting the pack. The pack come through. We getting smoke. We get the pack. We go in there and break down. We do everything we supposed to do. As soon as we come out from breaking down, I promise y'all, as soon as I stepped out the cell, I come out first. Everybody was like, yo, is it good out? Did we get out? And they were like, yeah, I'm come out. I slide out the door. As soon as I slide out the door, I look, I spot the dude, Worm. He's standing right by the booth. But like, if you look to your right, you can look all the way down by cell 11 where we was at, my jig cell. And I see him, I spot him. And he was like this, y'all. That man read my damn soul. I promise you. He made eye contact with me and he held it for at least eight seconds. Pause. He did. And I come out and I'm trying to get out the door and I look and I see him and he's looking at me and I'm looking at him and we held eye contact for like 8 seconds. It was like, my face wasn't looking like this, but I'm like, I come out and he was like, he just went on doing what he was doing. You know what I mean? Everybody get out, we come out. You know what I mean? Again, hey, we there. Everybody calling, everybody calling us Jigs. Everybody calling us. Everybody calling us because we got that riggedy, we got that D block. We got what people want. We got the #1 drug in prison. The #1 drug in prison. And this shit is lit. So everybody calling us. Goddamn. Next thing you know, you see goddamn the nigga Worm. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna call, I know y'all gonna say he's a Terminator. I didn't call him a Terminator because he kind of actually wasn't chasing this man Jigs because, you know what I mean, he felt like he was entitled. He was chasing Jigs because really he's the reason that Jigs is doing what he's able to do what he's doing. And I'm not mad at Unc for that. The only problem I got with, I'm not mad at the dude Worm for that. The only problem that I got with Worm is that this isn't one building, bro. Like, this is a new day. So that was our only problem. So we running around doing our thing. Everybody calling us, Jig talking to him. You know what I mean? So next thing you know, I see niggas sitting at the table. It's the older dude from Norfolk. And then it's another dude. And then I see the dude Worm. So it's 3 people at the table. I look up, they call Unc, my homeboy. They call him over to the table. I see Unc go to the table. Unc sit down for a second because they tell him sit down. He sit down. They talking. You know what I mean? He was like, hey, Weezy, come here right quick. I'm like, shh. I walk over there. I'm like, what's up? He like, hey, look. Goddamn, nigga wanna holler. I'm like, holler at me for what? He was like, man, look, I said the same thing. He was like, man, look. The dude Worm was like, yo, look, nephew. He was like, you don't know me or nothing. He was like, but look, when that man used to get on, that man goddamn used to do this and do that, and I was able to do this and do that. I'm the reason he got the nigga. You know what I mean? He was like, niggas was ready to kill his dumb ass in the kitchen. I saved him from that. And I hooked him up with the lady. So me and him just got an unwritten agreement that he, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, look, I respect that, man. I was like, man, but like, I don't got nothing to do with that. I was like, well, we give him, you get whatever y'all do is. He was like, nah, I'm saying like, y'all ain't giving him enough for him to be able to. I'm like, listen, man, he was just talking stupid. He was talking crazy as shit. So I'm like, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit, man. He was like, I ain't nephew. Like, I'm just trying to get a nigga a warning shot. Like, I know you from the town and shit. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get a nigga warning shots. Like, I gave your man right here. So I was like, man, you ain't give me nothing. So like, I was like, man, come on, bro. We just walked away. Cause we like, yo, we ain't really trying to talk about this right now. Y'all. It wasn't the time to be having a conversation about this dude feeling like he entitled over, you know what I mean? But, you know, that's how I go in there. So we got to be prepared for anything. That's just how it is, y'all. So, boom. I say probably about later on that day. This is later on that day, y'all. You know what I mean? Usually when people get the sack, niggas hustling, niggas get food. So if it ain't a good trade, dudes ain't going to chow. Me and Unc had to go to chow, but we can holler at the dudes over in the next pod. So we went to chow hall. We went to the chow hall. Everybody go eat. You know what I mean? I didn't even pay no attention. Jigs wouldn't eat. I didn't pay none of that no attention. Boom, we shoot the chow hall. We come back from the chow hall, y'all. As soon as we come back from the chow hall, I'm walking in the jump. Unc go upstairs. Unc sleep upstairs. Unc go upstairs. He go, as soon as we come in the jump, Unc go straight upstairs. You know what I mean? I'm walking towards like the phone area, kind of like, but when Unc went up the steps, I went towards the phone. But as I'm going towards the phone, I looked to my left. And I looked up and seen the white dude, and there was another dude by cell 11, and it was like this. Talk. I can't see who they talking to. I know it's Jigs here, but they like this at the door. You know what I mean? They like this at the door, and they just standing there. And I could tell kind of the way they were standing and looking, like it just felt something was wrong. I felt something was wrong, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. So I walk over there, I walk closer, and I see him like, yo, where Jigs at? I see the white dude like, gave me a look like. I was like, I walked to the window. I was like, watch out. I told the other dude, watch out. I was like, watch out. I was like, Jigs. I looked. I was like, that man was sitting on the bed. He was like, he had a shirt over his head. He was like, I looked back. White dude was like, yeah, that dude Worm came in here and kicked his ass, man. Like, y'all went to chow. They was talking. Next thing you know, they was fighting in there. He said when the doors open, he went back to his cell. I was like, I looked at Unc. I was like, yo, Unc, come here. Unc was like, what's up? Unc walked over there. Unc was like, man, dude did this to you. He looked at me. I was like, he was like, man, we gotta get at that nigga, man.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.